Hey everybody, it's Sharmel. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting off this video barefaced and I'm talking to you guys because I am going to be doing a winter skincare foundation type of routine. So let's jump into this video. I usually shy away from like skincare videos. Sometimes I get requests to do them. Honestly, my skin complexion and clearness is due to genetics, and this is not, I'm not trying to humble brag, but I change my facial cleansers all the time. I change the type of soaps I use on my face all the time, and like it all just, my face just always comes out the same. So I would feel misleading getting on camera and telling you guys to use this soap to get these results, because like I said, a lot of the texture of my skin and everything is really due to genetics. But what I will say is that I do have very dry skin, and in the winter months it does like amplify as the air gets colder. So I am just going to give you some tips if you do have dry skin, or some of the things that some of my staple products for my dry skin. If you have dry skin, I recommend moisturizing your face immediately after washing it. Do not allow your skin to kind of dry up and get that stiff feeling. Moisture as soon as possible. My favorite moisturizer is the Pond's Dry Skin Cream Rich Hydrating Facial Moisturizer. This isn't like a new product or anything. I've been using this for like the past 5 years, and this is my go-to. Nothing moisturizes my face like this Pond's does. If you have oily skin, I do not recommend this. This is a very heavy cream type of moisturizer, and I have it on now, and as you guys can see, I look oily, I look greasy. When my skin is dry, I get dried around my nose and it cracks. I get dry like on my cheeks a lot, and when I dry out, I scratch. It itches and I just scratch. It causes scarring. So just making sure I'm on top of moisturizing is a big deal for me, like I said, especially in the winter months. Overall, I prefer a matte face, but because my skin has the tendency to dry out, I kind of shy away from a lot of my mattifying products in the winter time. Right, so now moving on to primers. So I've been currently using the NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. And this consistency is a tad bit more watery, kind of like, not even watery, but like more like lotion. So yeah, I'm just going to apply that and rub that into my skin. So as you guys can see, it's gonna like give me a little cast as it mattifies, but I don't feel like it's sitting on my skin as much as the other primer does. With dry skin, I just like everything to just kind of melt into my skin. So for foundation, I'm going to be using the Benefit Hello Happy foundation. I actually been using this for the past couple months. However, I would mix it with my NARS Radiant Longwear foundation or something like that, which has more coverage. The Hello Happy is a soft blur foundation, sheer to medium coverage liquid foundation. It has SPF 15. This is the foundation. I actually mix the color 10 and 11 together when I wear it on its own. But again, like I said, this is a sheer to medium coverage foundation, so I kind of try to stay away from full coverage products. Oh, that's too much. In the wintertime. So that's the 10, and now I'm gonna mix a little of the 11.
And then blend them together. And then
I'm going to be using a Real Techniques blending sponge. This is the body blender, so it's the really big one, and this is damp. And I'm just gonna use that to press into my skin. If I wanted more coverage, then I would go with a stippling brush to blend in my foundation, but I don't really need the coverage, and I feel like the sponge just kind of makes my skin feel a little better. It doesn't make it feel like the foundation is sitting on top of my skin. So for concealer, because I am using a sheer foundation, I'm gonna go in with a little heavier concealer, and I'm gonna be using the Too Faced Born This Way multi sculpting concealer, which is super coverage, and I'm going to be using it in the color Butterscotch. So I'm gonna apply it right in the inner corners under my eye and my chin, down the bridge of my nose, a little on my forehead, then further eyelids. And then I'm going to be using this smaller blending sponge. This is damp as well. I don't know what brand it is. I want to say, I got it from Target. I want to say it's Sonia Kashuk because I got it in like a little trio, but I'm going to use this to blend out my concealer. I used to use like the bigger blending sponges under my eye, but I feel like when you use the bigger sponge, it just kind of blends everything into your concealer. Into your foundation, which kind of, I feel like it kind of just like overdoes the highlighting process. When you think of highlight, for me, when I think of highlight, you know, you just want to subtly brighten up your under eye, but if you're blending it completely to the outer parts of your face, messes up the shape, I guess, of the face. Like if you want a very like chiseled type of face, if you're blending your concealer and your highlight all the way out here, I just feel like it throws off the proportions. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So I like the smaller blending sponge because I can really kind of concentrate the highlight under my eyes in this one area without blowing it out too much. Alright, now to set all of this, I've also kind of went back to an old staple, which was my Benai Topaz translucent powder. Over the last few years, so I've tried different loose powders for my under eye, but I really don't care for white translucent powders. I just feel like it's just too ashy for my personal preference. And I was using the Laura Mercier translucent powder in medium deep for a while, but sometimes I feel like when you use the medium deep colors, they're not brightening enough. But the Benai Topaz, it's a little kind of on the orangey side, but it has like enough color to where like I get that brightening effect where it's not like white and casty. Is I actually mix it with a white translucent powder. So I'm just gonna take it and I pour it into my old Laura Mercier container. So I'm just gonna do a couple pumps of that, and then I'm gonna mix it with the ColourPop No Filter setting powder in the color Banana, which is that it's not completely translucent, so it has a little bit of a pigment to it, but it's still like, I don't prefer to use it on its own. It's still a little too light, so I'm just gonna dust a little of that in there. And I'm gonna put the top on and just kind of like shake them together, and it gives me like my perfect little color. I'm just gonna press this into all the areas I highlighted. So then to set the rest of my foundation, I'm going to go in with my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish. Y'all know this is one of my staple products. Sometimes I use different setting powders, but this is very light and sheer, and I've want that kind of light and sheer feeling. So yeah, I'm just going to set the rest of my face with this and kind of blend out the loose setting powder. I don't contour my nose too much. I highlight the bridge of it, and then when I use my face powder to set the rest of my face, I just kind of, you know, chisel it a little bit like that, but I don't go in with any like a deeper color to contour it too much. I'm going to be using the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette in medium to dark. I've been using this for a while too. I'm actually looking for a new bronzer contour, so if you guys have any recommendations for my skin complexion, leave them down below. I've never been much of a blush wearer, so I don't make a big deal about blush. I normally just pick up whatever one I have around me. So today I'm gonna use the Sigma blush, and well, it's an Aura powder, and it's in the color Cor de Rosa. It's just like a pale pink color. Now for highlight, I've actually been using an eyeshadow from the Juvia's Place Warrior palette, and I like to use the color Bakwa, and it's this gold color down at the bottom. It's super pigmented, so you really don't need too much. You can go. It's a very golden color. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. Alright, so I'm debating on if I want to put on lashes or not. If this was just like a regular daytime look, I would just add mascara. But since it's nighttime and I'm going out, I'm going to add some lashes. I just gotta figure out which ones I want to put on. Actually, I almost forgot. When I don't do eyeshadow, but I like to wear lashes, I also go in with that same contour bronzing color that I used from the Black Radiance palette. And I do just like to define my crease a little bit, just because when I prime my eyelids, it makes them really like just flat and it doesn't have any dimension. So I do like to go back in with a bronzer and just kind of, you know, add it to my crease. I was getting ready to put on my lashes and I'm like, something is off. Something looks weird. It's because I didn't have it. Alright. Do one of the neutral lips that I normally do. If you have any questions or any neutral combinations, I do have a full video dedicated to my favorite nudes. But I'm going to start by lining my lips with my favorite brown lip pencil. This Buttergloss, NYX and Gingersnap. And then this is the NYX Duo Chromatic Lip Gloss in Fair Play. And that is the final look. So this is my go-to just basic winter foundation routine. I hope you all enjoyed and found this video helpful. This hair is from Janet Collection. I'll link the information to this hair down below. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you ladies next time.